If he could do it, he believed in himself. And you can too.
It's not that simple. And it's a lie they tell you over and over again.
What's not simple?
Any of it. All of it. It's how they get you to give up.
So what's the truth?
That it is. That if you just do the thing that they tell you, you can't, then it's done.
Believe in yourself and don't rely on anybody to believe in you. Don't rely on anybody to push you or make you better. Believe in yourself and only yourself, and allow that human being to make you a better person.
Lock in, believe in what you believe in. Nobody else matters. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself to your truth. You have to hold yourself to your beliefs, and always believe in the power of the man above. Because nobody in the history of life been able to do it by themselves. Nobody.
You were born special. You were born with a gift. You were born with being able to bring your own unique abilities and gifts to this world. And you have so much more to offer. So guys, I just encourage you to find it, trust and believe in yourself, and never quit and never give up. And at the end of the day, know that there's something greater. God has a greater purpose for your life.
But before you can ever reach anything, you have to believe it. You don't just mistakenly become great at something.
You deserve it. You deserve to be happy. You deserve that dream car. You deserve that dream career. You deserve to reach every goal you set out to reach in this lifetime. But you have to believe it. If you don't believe that you deserve greatness, if you don't believe that you're worthy of great things in this life, then no one else can do it for you.
How I build belief is through the daunting tasks I put myself through. So that's proof positive that I can. Whenever you think you can't, confidence comes from the thing that you built. You must build belief. You must build confidence.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it.
Brother, you got to make a promise to yourself that even when it hurts, you keep walking. Even when you're tired, you keep working. And even when not a single soul believes in you, you do enough to keep going. Because as a man, you are only as strong as the promises you keep to yourself. Your word is all you have.
You have to be crazy enough to think that it's possible. That's how you fucking do something worthwhile. That's how you beat the fucking odds. You have to believe it's possible. And when you believe something is possible, everything else will figure itself out.
Now you're gonna have to go through hell. Worse than any nightmare that you ever dreamed. But in the end, I know you'll be the one standing. You know what you gotta do. Do it.
If you guys mentally believe you can do it, your body will find a way physically to make it happen. If you are short up here, it doesn't matter what you do with these guys, it will never materialize into anything. No dream will ever become reality. You guys have got to believe in yourself. Headstrong, mentally tough. That's the only way through the bullshit here in life. Winners, the difference between them and the spectators is that the winners have a belief that overrides the crowd's disbelief every single time. Their belief is so strong, even though they hit failure, they get knocked on the ass, they're finding the intestinal fortitude to stand back up again, face that same challenge, learning from the previous mistakes, and make it happen.
Whenever you feeling a way about yourself, you look in the mirror and you say, you are the only thing that matters. All the doubters and the naysayers can say everything that they want to say, but they have never stepped inside the arena, so they don't even know what it feels like to have blood, sweat, and tears. So how can they tell you what the hell to do if they've never done it? At the end of the day, be true, be loyal, be perseverant, and just love yourself, man.
Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it. And you got to be willing to risk everything to become that seed of what you believe is in there. You got to be fearless. You got to be relentless.
If you're trying to do something meaningful, if you don't have the mindset that you're the best ever, you failed already.
I believed it enough to where my body said, he's not going to stop.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that it's possible because you can create your reality.
Delusional.
Complete delusion. You got to believe the delusion because it's only delusional until it works. And then once the world see it, there's nothing delusional about it. Now your delusion becomes, oh, he was a fucking genius. We didn't see it when he saw it. We didn't understand it when he did. We thought this motherfucker was crazy.
You can learn all the techniques in the world. If you don't believe in yourself, it won't happen for you. You've got to focus on you. And as you convince you, as you sell yourself every day, you will begin to see a difference in the things that you're doing. Selling yourself on your ability to perform a job, to achieve a certain objective. Telling yourself every day, here I go again, and I got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me.
Believe in yourself. Dream big. Work hard. Enjoy the journey. And here it starts. Get the mind right, the body will follow. Tell the world, get a goal, achievable goal. And then day by day, you start to do that goal to make it the reality, guys. It's not guesswork. It's a science of intensity.
You have to believe in yourself. No, you have to believe that you're here for a purpose, to enrich the world. No, you have to believe this deep down. This is why I'm born. This is why you're across from me. There's nothing more supreme than confidence. Confidence breeds success, and success breeds confidence. Applied properly, you're inconquerable.
If someone did it, I also can do it. And if no one did it, I can be the first one to do it.
We all should think that we're great. There's no reason for you to not think that you're great. If you don't think you're great, ask yourself why. Why don't you think the highest of yourself? When you do, people have no choice but to follow suit.
I firmly believe when you give everything you got to something, right? I'm talking about blood, sweat, and tears, everything you got to something. The peace in that is not the result or the reward. The peace is the fact that I gave everything I had to it because this is who I am.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, that makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. You wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's going to disappoint you. I would hate to die and never do the thing I was born to do.
You guys need to start taking responsibility for your actions. When you start taking responsibility for your actions, you start to find the belief in what you're doing, the passion behind it. You create value in what you're doing. There's no longer mundane tasks. Everything has a purpose and an end state. There's a direction to a designation. So if you are looking at your life right now, and what you do every single day, and it's a one-way street to hell with no return. So get off that fucking beaten path society says is so right. Believe in yourself and what you're doing, man.
What I've understood is that what people are doing has nothing to do with me. I should always be a step ahead because I'm thinking differently, because I'm thinking about myself. Making myself better puts me in a position to make others better. Be the example, not the problem. The best way to take away the problem is to alienate yourself from it.
It can't be like, hey, I'm gonna go knock that shit out. You gotta look over here and say, I can knock that shit out. It's belief, and it's built on what you put in to yourself.
If you always put limits on what you can do, physical or anything else, it'll spread over into the rest of your life. There are no limits, there are only plateaus. A man must constantly exceed his level.
I became obsessed with being the baddest motherfucker that God ever created. To be the best in the world at what you do, you have to be unbalanced to find every bit of fucking energy and strength that you have to pull it off. Then you get balanced once you become great. And then you help other people become better from you being the best in the world.
Nobody seen my vision. Nobody believed in what I was talking about. And I get it. That's cool. Just give me some time and I'm gonna show you how we finna do this.
Your haters will become your congratulators. And the more stones they throw at your ass, your mansion gonna get bigger.
If you can see it here, it will happen. You are creating that law of attraction and it will become reality.
You probably at one point, at one time or another, believe that you can be great at that. And then you work to get great at that. And you reach that greatness. But you don't mistakenly become great.
And then you start to believe, oh man, I'm great at that. No, you believed that before and you worked to get that. So I always believe that. And I'll work every day to reach that.
Just believe in yourself. Believe that you're better than everyone else. You know what I mean? I always looked at fights or looking at anything. Obviously, I can do this. I'm as good as that. And just believe in yourself and be cocky and be confident and just be humble. Train hard. That's it. Just believe in yourself. And
what is it today that you've been wanting, but to be honest with you, you haven't yet got? I will almost guarantee you the reason that your want and desire is far from being fulfilled by achieving it is because you haven't taken action necessary.
I thought it was going to be over, and Dr. Carter had a tear in his eye. I could tell he felt for me. And he said, son, I'm sorry to say you're not going to box again. And I looked at him. I said, no, Dr. Carter, you're wrong. I am going to box again. He said, you don't understand what kind of man I am.
Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. Don't wish for it. Go for it. Dive. Move. Start. Act. Trust me. It's the only way to get there.
Whatever you want to do, believe it. Play the game of belief. Act as if you believe. That is power. That is sheer power. And it will happen. It's worked in my life. It will work in yours. So never give up. Believe, believe, believe.
Your job is to be the best of your ability. This will hurt. The mission is not about making yourself feel better. The mission is about being better and having a greater impact in the world.
Many people never achieve their goals because they have too many toxic, negative, energy-draining people in their lives. And you have to have goals outside of your comfort zone that will challenge you, because in order to do something you've never done, you've got to become someone you've never been.
Embed that long-term goal in your mind. Burn it into your soul. Think about it and write about it and talk about it and hang it up on your wall. But most important, do something about it. Do something about it every day. Do something that moves you toward that goal, that keeps the goal alive and in sight and in focus. However small or insignificant that step might seem, take it, do it, do that little piece. Make it happen.
The man above never gives us more than we can handle as individuals. No matter who you are in life, everyone has a purpose. You just have to find that purpose and then tap into that purpose.
Because I want to be great.
And you're not.
I want to be one of the greats.
What you're about to say and do will outlive you, so you better fucking do it.
You have to pick something, and then you have to commit to it for as long as that's going to take to make sure that you see it through. The other thing people do is they pick something, and then when it gets hard, they decide they want to change to one of the other options. And then when that gets hard, they change to one of the other options. And you can't get anywhere with that either. You're going to have to realize that whatever you pick, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. There's going to be times when you love it, there's going to be times when you hate it, when you'd rather do anything else but that. But you have to keep going because it takes that long to materialize into success.
Everyone does a few reps when the burn starts and they stop. No one goes the extra mile. It keeps going. Like no one's in here right now. Why? Because it's Saturday evening, everyone's going to party, no one's in here, just me. There are no traffic jams in the last mile of the race. It's just you and your shadow.
Winning, this is how it feels. 90% of the time, you're going to feel like you're getting your balls kicked in, all right? 8% of the time, you're going to be confused and you're frustrated. 2% of the time, you actually win. And those moments come and go, and then you're back in the 90%. And that's the reality of a winner's life. People don't understand that. They think it's all about cruising around in a cool car, with having a free and happy and easy and go-lucky life. And that's not reality, because true winners are built for the fucking fight. They're built for the battle.
In the beginning, everybody's there. All the pretenders and the contenders. They're all there. But the last yard of life, the last mile of the journey, ain't nobody but you and your shadow. Traffic jams don't exist that far, because everyone else has already given up.
We all live in this world where our brains are keeping us in this box. Outside that box, on the other edge of suffering, which is on the other edge of that 40%, is a world that's endless of opportunity. Outside that box, man, God gives you a shovel and says, man, start digging. But when you dig your own path to all kind of stuff that's unknown. And that's what I started realizing, man, like on the other end of this is some beautiful stuff.
Do you want to go down the path you have right now of your life and where it's going? Or do you see an alternate path that's not flatlined, but climbing up an echelon of remembrance, a possibility where dreams exist, legacy exists, the possibility of change is within the grasp of these hands. It's within you. You had the will. You're here. I know you had the will.
Get a routine. Get up every day at the same time. Go to bed at the same time. Establish disciplined habits.
To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
Imagine that you're in a movie, and imagine the movie begins now. And you're the hero of the movie. What would that guy do? What would that guy do right now?
Me, I want what's coming to me, or what's coming to you, though. The world, Chico, and everything in it.
You're not having a bad year. You've had a few bad days that you're thinking about for the rest of the year. I've found it helpful when I'm in a bad season, like I'm in right now, to just focus on having a good day. A good day in a bad season is a bite-sized victory. String a few of those in a row, and a bad season feels less hard. I'm pretty sure the difference between a happy life and an unhappy one doesn't come down to how many good or bad days you have, but which days you think about over and over again. In some seasons of life, maintaining is winning.
Start to see yourself mentally. You've been given the faculties to do that. Use your imagination. See yourself already in possession of the good you desire. It's on that frequency that good you desire is going to start coming toward you, and you will start moving toward it. If you want to attract what you actually want, you've got to see yourself now already with it. And know it's only a period of time until you moving toward it and it moving toward you, and you become one with it.
You can do anything that you want. It's not up to other people. It's up to you.
Y'all stay encouraged and understand, don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing the best you can. But stop playing with your life. And stop thinking and believing that because you was born in this, that you are this. Stop convincing yourself that, hey man, my mama from here, my daddy from here. I had every reason in the world to not be here.
If you give up on your dreams, what do you have left? If you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you you can't do something, not even yourself. That's what it takes.
Nothing's ever going to be given to you. Everything's going to be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not going to get the results. But two, and more importantly, you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it.
But in order to get the life of convenience, you got to have a very uncomfortable life. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
What I've learned is to always keep going. Always. You know, there's been times, particularly early in my career, where it just feels like this is the end. But what I've come to find out is that, you know, no matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready. And so I've really learned to put one foot in front of the other, good, bad, or indifferent, because eventually that storm passes.
I was never great at anything, like as a kid. I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't the strongest, I wasn't the smartest. I did know that I could work hard. I had to work hard. And I listened to people. I didn't think I knew everything. And I think that humility played a big role in me being able to be successful, because I was never afraid to say, hey, I'm not 100% sure what to do right now. What do you guys think?
When you have a plan and you have a process, when opposition, adversity, challenges, uncertainty pops up, the problem doesn't look as big. The adversity doesn't look as big. The challenges don't look as big when you got a plan and a process in place. Now, when you don't got a plan and a process in place, adversity and opposition shows up, uncertainty shows up, problems look real big.
You worked day and night, every day, for years and years and years and years and years. As time went on, 20 years had passed, and he felt that he had accomplished all that he set out to accomplish. But what he come to realize is that the goal that he set out initially of becoming the greatest of all time was a very fickle one. And when he realized that the most important thing in life is how your career moves and touches those around you. Did he realize that's what makes true greatness?
The trials and tribulation that someone faces, that's profoundly difficult for them, regardless of what it was. Every human faces challenges, and you don't know what they've been through. And they might have been through things that are worse than what I've been through. And my assumption is people have been through a lot of challenges, and they persevered through it, and here they are.
You get up every day, you're entitled to nothing. Nobody owes you nothing. You could have talent, but if you don't have discipline and you don't execute, you don't focus, what do you get? Nothing. So nothing is acceptable but your best.
For me, goals put things into proportion, right? I set goals more so everything I do can be at the service of something purposeful. So I need goals, right? I got to get up and I got to chase the dragon, whatever it may be. And so for me, like when I get to that goal, I'm like, bet, cool, let's take it up a notch, like he just spoke to. When certain people set goals, it's like, boom, what's the new goal? That's the type of person I am. I set goals, put things into proportion. I need things to be serviceful. So when I do set the goal, I can go and work to become a better person.
But I want to tell you guys something to be mindful of. When you have a dream, the one thing you have to watch out for are those out there that'll try to crush your dream. And you cannot allow that to happen. That is your biggest challenge. So I challenge you to have your dream, go after it with all you have, and be legendary in your own right.
I learned that I don't let the highs and the lows affect me too much. Because we're going to have wins, we're going to have losses. We're going to have successes, we're going to have failures. We're going to have good nights, we're going to have bad nights. We're going to have good relationships, we're going to have bad relationships. We're going to have good ideas and bad ideas. We're going to make money, we're going to lose money. All these things are going to happen. Take everything that you see with a little bit of a grain of salt, and don't get swayed too drastically in one direction or the other. You're going to be okay.
Keep going. You're already in pain. You're already struggling. Like, get something for your pain. So since you're already struggling, you're already going through it, get on the other side.
Take action and make things happen. Because most human instinct is to wait. Most human instinct is to hesitate. Most human instinct is to let things go longer and stick with the status quo. And that seems to be on the front, the lowest risk in the situation is to not do anything. It usually appears to be the lowest risk.
When you're feeling the most trapped and down and nothing can't go right, I feel like those are the moments that define you. Those are those character canon moments that are like, what am I gonna do now? You know, you're the closest to getting what you want. Is always the hardest. It's always the feeling when you're getting ready to, you know, people give up right before they get what they've always wanted to get. People quit and they give up. And I will not be the person who quit before I got what I wanted or what I needed or what I felt I was supposed to have.
Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you could go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen. That's the guarantee of quitting, that it will never happen no way under the sun.
You don't know how much future you've got. What's gone is gone. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Some of you have had divorces. Some of you have probably had bankruptcies. Some of you have had terrible things happen in the past. And to spend your time focusing on the past, this is all we've got. And to spend your time now thinking of what happened there is making absolute certain that the future is going to be the same as the past.
Thought that maybe settling for mediocrity was a good idea because it was safe. Don't do it. Take a chance, take a risk, find that passion, rekindle it, fall in love all over again. It's really worth it.
Actually give yourself the reality glasses, not the woe is me glasses, but think, no, really, if I had to do this, all of the things that I would have to improve, then you see how incredibly long that list is. And then you take this deep breath, and that list is the hard work.
The only way the possibility remains that it can happen is if you never give up no matter what. Because God is always coming. He's never too late.
Starting at the top, wanting to cross the first one off after your first day, but then realizing you still haven't done it well enough to cross it off, and you're like, wait, I have to do another day, and I still haven't, quote, made a dent in this list. And then you do it another day, and a third day, and a fifth day, and a fifth week, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I think I've got the first one done.
Behavior, thoughts. So if you change your behavior, then generally your thoughts, your feelings, and your perceptions change. The sooner that the human animal, the human species can start to understand that our feelings and our thoughts and our memories and all that is very complicated, but that when behaviors are very concrete and they are the control panel for the rest of it.
Good things happen when you go through a process of learning and taking steps. Do you believe that you can actually get out of your patterns? Because you can be fooling yourself. You can be bullshitting. You can be saying, yeah, I kind of do. But deep down inside, you don't really want to do it because, believe it or not, your bad patterns give you a degree of comfort, right? It's something that you know. And to get out of them, you're suddenly thrust into the unknown. And that could be very frightening.
In life, folks, you cannot change your life unless you change something. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got.
So you could be holding on to these bad patterns. So the belief that I can change, I can actually do something different in my life. I can actually recreate myself. I can actually learn things. I can actually rewire my brain, because the brain is incredibly plastic. Even at the age of 40, 50, you can change your career, you can learn new skills.
The first thing they should do is change their physiology, because before you try to take care of your mind, you take care of your body. Your body affects your emotion. I teach people how to radically change their body in seconds. I deal with athletes or CEOs, whoever it is, and you can change it instantly. Not fake pump up bullshit, but a real biochemical change. I don't go and say, oh, when I'm ready, or it's like, when I say go, MFR, we go now. And then when you do that every day, then when tough shit happens, you just say, no, this is what we're doing, and your brain responds.
I was not always this strong guy you see. I went through a lot of hard times in my life to get here today.
Before they even work on their head, they got to do something to make their body strong, because we all respond to challenge. You know that better than anybody. So if we keep every day giving a different kind of stimulus or challenge, we get stronger. Then how they become conscious of it is they simply ask themselves, in this moment, what am I focusing on? They start to ask, what am I focusing on? Well, what's wrong is always available. So is what's right.
No matter what you're going through, and I guess this is the point I'm trying to drive home here, the power that you always have over and over again is to choose how you are going to respond. What are you going to say to this world? Are you going to double down on the darkness or the negative frequencies, or are you going to be like the heroes we elevate in this country? Someone that, despite the wretchedness, the pain, the hurt, that will choose faithfulness or hopefulness.
To alleviate fear, you do not alleviate what causes fear. You help alleviate the reaction to what causes fear. Your job is not to take away what causes fear. Your job is to take away the fear.
You think when you're young that you have all this time. You have no time. There's no time. I mean, one of the quotes on the wall in the gym in there is, there is no tomorrow. From Rocky 3, there is no tomorrow. That shit. Let's get all this shit done today.
The more risk you take, the luckier you get. So people need to learn to take one big risk a day. Practice that risk muscle. Every day take a risk and build up that risk muscle, because risk is where success comes.
Find something difficult to do. You need that. You're not built for comfort or pleasure. Like, if that comes along, good. If you have a day where you're comfortable and there's some things around you that give pleasure, have some sense and enjoy it. But don't be thinking that's what your life is aimed at.
Opportunity comes to you many times. Opportunity comes, you can either take it or remain scared of it. If you don't take it, it's going to knock on somebody else's door, and it's going to invite them to the adventure. Either you take it or you don't.
The more I work, the luckier I get, right?
Luck is not something just happens. It's earned.
So I'm here to tell you that it will take longer. It will be more difficult. It will require more effort on your part. But you know what I can tell you about that?
when you do the hard things, you will have a happy and easy life.
You do the training for yourself. You do it to become better and make a better version of yourself.
He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential, the ghost of the ideas you never acted on, the ghost of the talents you didn't use, and they're standing around your bed disappointed and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, and now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes?